Hi, my name is Madison Hirschberger, and this is my application video for the South Jersey SEO STEM Scholarship for Women. I am currently a senior at Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana. I'm double majoring in biochemistry and biology with minors in psychology and business. Once I graduate in May, I will be off to Notre Dame for a business master's and then off to medical school after that. So, a book that really influenced my interest in STEM, well, I actually have two. So, the first is The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. I read this book about 2 years ago in a summer program that I did, and it has stuck with me and really shaped what I want to do in my career. So, I knew I wanted to be a physician, but after reading this book and hearing about Henrietta, so Henrietta is a young woman who had cancer, reproductive cancer, and she has cells that are still used today. Doctors at Johns Hopkins actually removed those cells without her permission or consent, and her family never received any compensation for any of this. So while these cells are being utilized, her family does not receive any money. And the book goes into a lot of political reasons why, which I'll stay away from. But this book really taught me and really pushed me to want to not just treat patients, but advocate for them and make sure that they're getting the best care, they're getting informed care, and that they know that they can trust people and that there's someone that actually cares about them and that it's not about the money, it's about wanting them to be as healthy and as good as they can be and making sure that there's full patient communication. The other book that I read that stuck with me and has really influenced my interest in education overall is I Am Malala. Whenever I have a hard day or I think about, giving up or quitting, I think about Malala because and other girls like her because she risked so much, even her life, to try to get an education because it meant that much to her. And education is power and it's freedom. And the fact that it's that important to her and other young women, it just shows you how lucky you are to be able to pursue education without persecution, without anybody stopping you. And I'm a first generation college student, so being able to pursue this education is a big deal for me. And I really look up to her for fighting so hard for what she believed in. And I really want to keep fighting for what I believe in. So even though it's a lot of years of schooling coming up and I know that I've got a long ways to go, thinking of her just keeps me motivated to keep going. So with that, some STEM skills that I'm pursuing are communication, flexibility, and patience. I think the number one thing you need to have to be in a STEM field is communication. You can have these great ideas, but if you can't communicate them to anybody, then they're not worth anything. And I think as far as being a physician specifically, patience and flexibility are virtues. You have to be patient. You have to work with your patients and make sure that you're on their level and that you're saying things that they understand and that you're making sure that their um, assurance and their trust is with you first and foremost. So even if that takes a little more time, you just have to do it. Same with flexibility. Things don't always go the way you want, and you just have to be flexible with it. And if you're not, then you're not going to do well in a field that requires working with others and being able to switch things up if you need to, especially because the medical field, the STEM field in general, is so fast paced and changing all the time. You have to be flexible with that. And so those are the three main skills that I'm really working on pursuing. So these skills and these books have definitely influenced me to both advocate for my patients and also to keep pursuing my education. Like I said, I have a lot of years. I have 2 years of a master's and 4 years of medical school, along with residency fellowship. But every day, what wakes me up and makes me want to do this and keep being motivated is that I want to do good by helping these patients as well as being an advocate. So I want to be a liaison between the business side of medicine and the science side. I think there's often a disconnect between the two. So you have physicians doing good work and business administration doing good work, but they're not working together in ways that optimize it for the patient. And that's ultimately what we're here for, is to help our patients. So I really want to be that bridge between the two. So I have the knowledge on both sides and can communicate that effectively to both sides and help these patients the best I can, whether that be like insurance, medications, time spent with patients, quality care of patient treatment, all of that. And ultimately, I want to use this master's, this doctorate, these undergrad degrees with my STEM education to make the world a better place by advocating for them and making sure patients know that they can trust doctors and that there are people looking out for them on both the business side and the medical side, and making sure that the whole medical field is completely, I guess, optimized or efficient to helping those patients. So thank you so much for your time. I hope everybody is staying safe and I really appreciate it. Thank you.